Hi, I'm Anna.
And I'm Ben.
And we are AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we're watching Mob Psycho Season 3, Episode 2. Last episode, Dimple's time arrived. And I'm nervous because I think this is when Dimple is going to shoot his shot after seeing that Mob is thinking about the future. It made Dimple have a little bit of introspection.
He's motivated now, you know?
Look, I root for Dimple. I'm a Dimple fan. I'm a fan of Dimple, okay? But I don't want him to be an antagonist, even though I could see it going that way for a short amount of time.
I think the short amount of time is as much time as I would give it.
Yeah.
I couldn't see Dimple being, like, no longer a friend and just completely an antagonist for a long period of time. It would definitely be a short while, maybe.
I wonder if it would come to a front if Dimple starts using his psychic powers on other people or on humans again. Then I don't know. I'm very confident that Mob is gonna and can handle a situation if Dimple causes one. I just like Dimple way too much for him to be, antagonist, bad guy, killed off, you know?
Also, he cares about Mob.
Yeah,
You can't just throw away all of the moments that he thought to himself, oh, Shigeo wouldn't be happy if I did this. Like, he can't just throw away all of those feelings he has so easily.
Whatever they choose to do with Dimple, if he survives, I am very confident by the end of it, he will redeem himself if he does something wrong.
If he does something wrong.
Correct. But other than that, last episode was really good. I'm glad that we got a bit of Mob thinking about himself and what he will do. I'm also really happy with how Reagan
handled that so well.
It was good.
It made me really proud of Reagan.
Yeah, maybe we're going to get more Serizawa this episode.
Probably.
Always love that. But without further ado, are you ready?
Yes.
Sweet. Oh!
Excuse me? Thought it was psychics.
Who is this guy? The Divine Tree. Nice. God, this is so good.
Ooh, they're doing a haunted house. No. That'll make everyone upset.
Chocolate banana booth.
His website design is the best design I've ever seen. Yes, you should have.
He just introduces himself to everybody.
This sounds like me getting ready to open a video.
The incident.
No, he's coming in. Yes.
It's like Trunks' sword. The Dark Army.
Vortex of Madness.
He's singing it.
Oh, yep, that's him.
I like the effect that they're using. They like bleed the ink in.
Ooh. Panicking all.
You are funded.
I'm so glad to hear it.
Aww.
Forever alone. Mob.
どうした妖怪退治だ悲しみの連鎖を緊急事態はついてくるべきじゃないモブの場合は
I don't know if I feel like this is actually a serious threat or not.
I don't know. He has a map, Anna.
He has a map where he doesn't know where he's going.
衣装に使える予算はいくらだっけ
Well, there's definitely an aura coming out
Yeah.
of there. Another ghost that slipped on tofu and died or something like that.
The broccoli?
It could be the broccoli. Not a whole army.
Look at him!
3 days and 3 nights? He has stamina.
この壁怖がってもらえるかも本体を叩くしかなさそうだあ、芹沢ああ、空間の方が落ち着くんですよね身長も測ってとにかく進むしかくれよ妖怪ハンター
Some little water droplets to set the scene.
Nice! Nice!
With business cards!
That's awesome.
Those are his business
Yeah.
cards. That
You
is
saw like
awesome.
Sarazawa
Yeah.
on the name.
面白い演出かも子供も楽しめるかもしれない
He's learning so much.
The 4 generals! Oh, he has been resurrected, or is in the process of it.
Already been brought to the realm. I don't think so.
僕のデザインセンスじゃできそうにない
Oh!
Like a shield!
Oh, that's awesome! That's so cool.
そう思うだろ万能ってわけでもないらしい
This is the dream team. Oh, cool.
It's cool design, too.
Wealthy parents.
おいお前ら勉強したいからすみませんるので精一杯なんだたら大間違いだぜ霊言すまんってくれたというのに金を積んでお前
Oh no. Reagan, what have you done?
初なデザインしてんな売れば儲かったりあれあそう
Inspiration.
ラーメンでも食って帰るか僕はやることがあるのでん何だったんだ大丈夫です解決しました自己解決しやがった
I mean, you hear this music.
犬川くん衣装のアイデアが教室来られるはあ白いシーツ案でやっぱりやるだけやろうよ仕事やってるだし
Do any of them know how to sew?
They're gonna be so proud of it, though.
モブと犬川たちが作った衣装の評判は微妙
Oh my god, I love seeing them here.
不満の肝心の客の反応はというと
中学生にしては結構凝ってるな
Did they give you salt to exorcise the Yokai King?
やってよかな
Oh my god! Today's mates.
Oh, that's why he didn't want to do this.
Yes!
Oh, yes!
I mean, everything's so nice
I
and
know.
happy.
This episode was everything we wanted it to be. How pleasant!
I was scared something
I
awful
know,
was gonna
that
happen.
was so
That was
pleasant.
so awesome. I want to watch the outro.
Do you think it's finger painted? Or at least the effect of?
Oh. Oh. That was great. Oh. After credit?
Ooh. Maybe those roots they saw in the basement weren't the yokai.
Maybe it was Dimple. Okay, that was Mob Psycho, Season 3, Episode 2. Is it okay with you if I start off by just commenting on the outro?
Yeah, totally.
For a lot of... Well, first of all, it's great, right? Like, that's my initial thought. Like, it's
a great initial thought.
Yeah. With some, yeah. Okay, so, like, with some scenes in the outro, like, you asked if I thought it was finger. I don't think it is.
I didn't mean like it was actually literally finger paint. I meant like the effect reminded me of finger paint.
No, it totally does. But, like, it's 100% all digital, I imagine. But, like, the brush, whatever they use, I wonder if they animated a lot of it backwards. Like, with their use of light and how it illuminates what they're showing in the outro, it washes it out, so it's white. So I imagine, like, in trying to animate it itself, the backdrop's white to start with, to begin with. I wonder if you animate it backwards and all the light and exposition that's shining on, or exposure that's shining on the frame that comes last, it'd be easier to do it in reverse.
Maybe. Do you remember that, like, I don't know if it was paper or something that you could start, it came black and you could start kind of carving away at it. That's definitely the effect that it has. As for if it started white or started dark, I mean, you could go either way with guessing which one it was.
There's like, I imagine that it's like dissolves into each other, like the effect is like just transitions into each other over like a decent period of time to get how smooth it is. But some of I think it was when Mob was walking downstairs, it was like my favorite part of the outro, if I can find it. Because every time his like foot would take a step down the stairs, they'd have to recolor and draw where his foot is. So like it's like an outline surrounding his foot. The patterns change too. But it's just, I love how they did it. Like each frame goes really well into each other. I love the outro. It was great.
It's really beautiful. And, like, it's hard to achieve something where you can tell exactly what's happening, especially in a very loose and textured kind of drawing format.
Yeah.
In monochromatic. So, really well
true.
done.
I think that I probably could sit here and go frame by frame through the Mob intro as well, but I'm not going to put anybody through that.
Even though we love it so much. I think you said it earlier on in the episode that we have listened to this intro in the car.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, without a doubt.
We love it so much.
I've listened to all the intros again, and now I've listened to this one a couple times as well. So the whole idea of yokai hunters, I mean, like, sure, it makes sense, and I love that it's this niche hobby, that, like, this...
Would he think of it as a hobby?
No, this is a career.
Yeah.
But his family is funding it, and they are supportive, and we love them for that.
We love a supportive family.
Dude, say what you will, it's very easy to be like, oh, Mob's the strongest, this guy sucks. To this guy, he's out there spending 3 days and nights fighting for his life, trying to save the world, and I respect that. I think he's a badass.
I can totally respect it too. Obviously, he's not very high up on the power scale, but he obviously is doing and trying, like, you know, what if someone had gotten hurt? If he hadn't alerted Reagan to this yokai king? You know, even if, like, in a world without Mob, maybe even Saratozawa or something. Sarazawa? Why am I saying it
Sarazawa.
wrong now? Sarazawa. Like, in a world without them, that could have been a real threat.
Yeah.
I don't know if Salt would have done it.
I don't know how much of it is in my head and isn't, because I had heard like one person tell me that this potentially is the last season of Mob Psycho, and I hope that is some cruel joke still. That being said, I do have like an inner feeling of like closure and things trying to find like a ending, and it's not a bad feeling in any regard. It feel like when I'm keeping pace with Mob this episode, and I'm just like seeing firsthand a reminder of how much he's grown, but also of where his thoughts lie and where his mind lies at the moment. It feels like it's the next logical step for him to distance himself from the world we know it as Mob Psycho 100, and I'm okay with that for his character.
I think we're seeing that pattern with every character, though. I think every character is going through some period of time where I feel like the viewer can feel proud of the progress they're making and or where they are now in their mindset or in their life. Like Sarazawa, perfect example.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to go to night classes, he's fighting with business cards.
That is
like,
so cool.
Reagan is being kind to the people that are close to him. He's being considerate of, he's trying to better himself, I'm gonna support him. Like, they're all, and Ritsu's not trying to be, well, at the moment, trying to be stronger than Mob. He has a friend in Show.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of in a good place of, like, self-betterment and being supportive and nice to their friends and
minus
loved
Dimple
ones.
and maybe Teru, because Teru's a wild card.
Teru was there,
I know.
supporting Mob and Ritsu at the cultural festival with all the other psychic kids.
Wait, was he?
Yeah, they showed him at a table with all of the kids were shown in different shots. Like, the twins were in this like planetarium room. They're all eating together at Tsubomi's classroom.
I just didn't. His outfit wasn't as vibrant as it usually is.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that
no tracksuit this time.
In my head, I'm thinking Teru came to check out Tsubomi and see if Tsubomi is worth having Mob in their life, because Mob is a very awesome person, and in my head, Teru knows that and only wants the best for him.
I could see Ritsu having accidentally dropped the Tsubomi bomb to Teru, and Teru was like, yeah, I'm gonna check this chick out, see if she's worth my bud. Does she deserve him? He's an amazing guy. No,
but I do feel a sense of closing out. I don't know how many episodes are in the season. I don't know if this is the last one, but if it is, in saying that, I'm not trying to imply that I don't expect any action or what we know of Mob Psycho.
This is the second episode of the season, and we're feeling this way, which is, I think, slightly unsettling.
Well, I expect something to happen, of course, because it's Mob Psycho, but even if something happens, I'm still saying that this episode sets me in expectation of, in the next 12 episodes, I could see it, like, settling down. Like, it's like there are pieces that aren't settled, Dimple being the main one, and that's why it couldn't end right here. But I just feel like a bit of closure, in a sense, in a singular sense.
Is Dimple meant to be the final kind of issue? Is it going to get to the point, I hope not, where Mob would have to completely exorcise Dimple to the point of non-existence in order to rid the world of some disaster Dimple's causing? I mean, like, I don't know. We had a really good episode where everyone's making progress, everyone's being, true to themselves and good and healthy, and Dimple's not here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, is Dimple the last piece of the puzzle that was unsettled and unhappy with the situation he was in?
Yeah.
He's the only one that, like, isn't doing what he wanted to be doing and or isn't kind of doing his goals. And so that makes sense that he's the one character that is not present in this episode.
There has been a loose pattern in Mob Psycho episodes, and
has there?
A loose, I can expect this episode's gonna be so in season 2 episode 5, I thought that there might be something crazy that happens, because in episode 5 of season 1 was the crazy Teru fight. We had crazy animation in episode 3 of the entire series. In episode 3 we had of season 2, we had we had something that was cool. Okay, sorry. But like they're and then obviously the final episodes of the season. But I'm gonna use it. It's very loose. There's nothing concrete, but I'm gonna use it to suggest that maybe next episode deals with Dimple, since the 3rd episode of the entire series was when we were introduced to Dimple.
Oh, okay.
Or it could be the season problem.
It feels right that Dimple is going to be back next episode in some regard, whether it's the very end of the episode and we're finding out what he's up to,
Yeah,
or if from right off the bat he is an issue. And I don't know how far they're gonna go with that character, because to me I'm like, oh, but think of all the endearing things that Dimple has done since Mob befriended him. You know, he's been there this whole time. Reagan's like, oh, I should have put a leash on him. You know, they're friends. And I'm like, Dimple, don't mess this up.
Yeah. So we got to see the Holy Blade, Kusanagi no Dai Hanya Kogemitsu, which seemed to be 7 million yen, and that
tax included.
Yeah. I wonder how much Serizawa could have sold his intact umbrella for. You know? I mean, it's like a psychic object.
Well, we weren't sure if it was imbued with psychic energy or if it was more just emotional attachment.
I feel like maybe. That would have been funny, though, you know? Like,
it's not is Sakurai the one with the guns and stuff?
Yeah, and the sword. It would be funny, though. I know that he lost it, but if, at the end of the episode, Amakusa is like, I don't have a weapon anymore, and Serizawa's like, oh, here, I don't use this anymore, gives him an umbrella.
Or just gives him a business card.
Yeah, that's cool. Dude, Serizawa's business cards, at first I was like, oh, that's so cool. And then when he used it for, a shield, I was in love with it.
It's so, adult.
Yeah.
Businessman.
It's cool, though.
His, new brand.
It reminds me of Night Eye in a way.
Yes.
So one of my things that I wanted to point out earlier in the episode, I pointed out, this could have been the other seasons and I just didn't really focus on it. A lot of the close to camera, easy for me to tell outlines were all in this dark green color. Mm-hmm. And then when Mob was drawing the, what do you call it? The Yokai King. Yeah, he used the same exact color of outline. Yeah, in his drawing. And I thought that was really cool. But he worked so hard.
It might be something that's been consistent.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't but I think I might have noticed it more in some of the scenes in this episode than I may have prior.
But I thought it was a cool touch.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I always like when shows do a slightly different outline.
Yeah.
I've seen it before. I think I've seen a blue outline before.
I liked the little sequence we got of Amakusa singing, and it was all ink blots filling
Reagan
up
was like, you better just tell me, and Amakusa was like, well, if I'm just gonna tell you, then I'm gonna sing it.
I really felt like we were knowing what was going on. We knew there wasn't gonna be any crazy struggle or fight, and it was intentional about that, because we were Mob wasn't focused on the situation either. We're thinking about Mob.
They weren't focused, they weren't nervous, and it was played up by the fact that Amakusa was so nervous.
Yeah.
That made me feel like, oh, this is just gonna be they're gonna be done with it so easily.
So, yeah, I'm a bit worried when it comes to Dimple and how that's going to go down, but I don't know. This episode is really nice and happy.
Agreed.
I would like to go to the cafe and have Ritsu wait on me.
I don't know. He looked really angry. I mean, you could be
He's
into that, but yeah.
Sho was like...
I just love that Sho's there. Sho was like, you look really good like that.
I hope they're on a group chat.
Oh, yeah, they definitely text, right?
The psychic group chat, you know?
Oh, would Sho be invited to that?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh.
I wonder... Oh, my God. I love the characters in this world so much.
Me too.
I imagine that, we started out the series with Mob having, not any real friends, and now I can imagine Mob in 6 different group chats dependent on the group, you know?
And they're all hoping that he responds or comes out to hang out with them or something. And what I could see that being a dilemma for him in the future, where all of those group chats make plans for the same night to do something, like karaoke,
Yeah.
and they're all in different rooms. And the karaoke and mob is like, what do I do? I can't say no to any of them.
Like, I'm just imagining like a social media page for Mob, and like he's interacting with all of his friends and everything like that. Everybody's commenting and liking each other's picture, and Mogami's sitting somewhere in some country like who follows Mob just to keep up with what he's doing in his life, and he's just like scrolling, and he's not gonna like anything. I could like, I don't know. I love the characters so much in this world, dude.
Me too.
All right, you good?
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we hope to see you next time.